Good morning, this is Deepak. I have yet to find the man, however exalted his station, who did not do better work and put forth greater effort under a spirit of approval than under a spirit of criticism. Today, let's talk about charisma. During the second half of 19th century, two strong men vied for leadership of Great Britain's government. William Gladstone and Benjamin Disraeli. The two politicians were intense rivals. You can detect how they felt about each other based on a comment once made by Disraeli. The difference between a misfortune and a calamity. If Gladstone fell into the river Thames, it would be a misfortune. But if someone dragged him out again, it would be a calamity. Gladstone, a career public servant, was a great orator, a master of finance, and staunchly moral man. He has been the Prime Minister of United Kingdoms on 4 different occasions, the only person in the nation's history to achieve that honor. Under his leadership, Great Britain established a national education system, instituted parliamentary reforms, and saw the vote given to a significant number of people in the working classes. Benjamin Disraeli, who served twice as Prime Minister, had a different kind of background. In his 30s, he entered politics and built a reputation as a diplomat and social reformer. But his greatest accomplishment was masterminding Great Britain's purchase of shares in the Suez Canal. Though both men accomplished much for Britain, what really separated them as leaders was their approach to people. The difference can be best illustrated by a story told by a young woman who dined with the two rivals on consecutive nights. When asked her about the impression of them, she said, "When I left the dining room after sitting next to Gladstone, I thought he was the cleverest man in England. But after sitting next to Mr. Disraeli, I thought I was the cleverest woman in England." Disraeli possessed a quality that drew people to him and made them want to follow him. He had charisma. Most people think of charisma as something mystical, almost undefinable. They think it's a quality that comes at birth or not at all. But that's not true. Charisma, plainly stated, is the ability to draw people to you. And like other character traits, it can be developed. If you want to make yourself the kind of person who attracts others, you need to listen to these pointers carefully. People enjoy leaders who enjoy life. Think of the people you want to spend time with. How would you describe them? Grumpy? Bitter? Depressed? Of course not. They are celebrators, not complainers. They are passionate about life. If you want to attract people, you need to be like the people who enjoy being with. John Wesley, he said, "When you set yourself on fire, people love to come and see you burn." Best things you can do for your people which also attracts them to you, is to expect the best of them. I call it putting a 10 on everyone's head. It helps others think more highly of themselves, and at the same time, it also helps you. Jacques Weasel, he said, a survey of 100 self-made millionaires showed only one common denominator. These highly successful men and women could only see the good in people. Benjamin Disraeli said, the greatest good you can do for another is just to share your riches. The greatest good you can do for another is not just to share your riches, but to reveal to him his own. If you appreciate others, encourage them, and help them reach their potential, they will love you for it. Napoleon Bonaparte said, leaders should be dealers in hope. Like all great leaders, he knew that hope is the greatest of all possessions. As you lead people, give of yourself, share wisdom, resources, and even special occasions. Leaders who think about others and their concerns before thinking of themselves exhibit charisma. How would you rate yourself when it comes to charisma? Are other people naturally attracted to you? Are you well liked? If not, you may possess one of these roadblocks to charisma. Number 1, pride. Nobody wants to follow a leader who thinks he is better than everyone else. Number 2, insecurity. If you are uncomfortable with who you are, others will be too. Moodiness. Number 3, if people never know what to expect from you, they stop expecting anything. 4, perfectionism. People respect the desire for excellence, but dread totally unrealistic expectations. Cynicism. People don't want to be rained on by someone who sees cloud around every silver lining. If you can stay away from these qualities, you can cultivate charisma. Parley Mesta, the greatest Washington hostess since Dolly Madison, was asked the secret of her success in getting so many rich and famous people to attend her parties. It's all in the greetings and goodbyes, she replied. When a guest arrives, she'd meet him saying, "At last you are here." And as each left, she said, "I'm sorry you have to leave so soon." Her agenda was to focus on others, not herself. That's charisma. Thank you so much for listening. Have a great day.